My hair is doing crazy wild things, but fortunately that's now in vogue. These kinds of things. My hair has always done these kinds of things. But now like greasy hair like splattered to your face, splattered. And then pieces sticking out. That's cool. That's cool now. Hi. We're here. We're here. I know I have people checking in with me in a second here, so I'll just wait for my peeps to show up because IG is telling people we are live, and it's true. We are live. So I'm deciding what I want to go through today because I have quite a bit of stuff. I might actually save some of it for Sunday because I don't know that I'm going to have as much stuff on Sunday, or we could just talk about other stuff. So do you want to see everything that's in front of me? Miss Charlie, how are you doing? I'm asking if people want to see what's everything that's in front of me, or if they want me to kind of dole it out over like basically Sunday, because Sunday I have less things to go through. And when I do 2 looks, it often takes more time. I feel like the shadow spot here, and I think maybe it's just like in a weird angle or something, because I feel like I'm getting weird shadows. How's it going, Miss Charlie? What's up? How's the that I had gotten last? Did I get this last week? Oh, that's fine. Do what you like. You don't care because you're not going to be around anyhow. So Miss Charlie says she'll only be here for a little bit. But that's totally cool. I just like when you pop in and say, what's up? Jamie's here. Hi, Jamie. How are you? I painted my nails, and they're kind of cute. This is the one that I got last time from CVS. It's the paparazzi. And they really look like that. Sometimes when you get like multi-dimensional, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. It might not be that, but I'm sorry. Hi, Mr. Kevin. How's it going? This is Pewter Perfect in case anybody cares. And it's at your CVS. It probably is because it's a CVS brand. So, but aren't they cute? Anyway, I can't find my nail polish remover like little pads, and I can't find like my regular acetone like liquid stuff. So anyway. Kitty? Kitty? What are you doing? She doesn't answer. She just wreaks havoc, and then kind of just goes on her merry little way. The usual crazy folks. Yeah, crazy folks will do that. Beauty and her hoard and ethereal essences are with us. Hello, how's it going? So glad to have you ladies with us. We are going to be doing 2 looks with this guy. Who has it? Who has it? I had to get it. But it was funny. Not funny. It was interesting because I thought it was going to be way more purple than it is. It's actually not nearly as purple as it looks. There's a lot of neutrals, and then there's the blues, and then there's like pinks and grays, and it's actually in this gold color. It makes me happy. Yeah, so I'm deciding if I'm just gonna like put everything out there and then just hope we have enough stuff to talk about. I know I love those colors too. They're so cute. I was pleasantly surprised because I actually got it the same time I got the purple palette from Beauty Bay. Not got it at the same time, but I ordered them like one right after the other from Beauty Bay, and I was like, is it going to be redundant? It's not at all. It's not redundant. And besides, I mean, you can never have too much purple in your life, right? Oh, by the way, speaking of which, I saw the little Profusion 5-pan palettes. If you're interested, those were at. What are you doing in there? She's just like holding the door to her box because I'm doing a video. Yeah, I have the box right here underneath me. Apartment living, all. That's how it works. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so they have a little Profusion 5-pan like flower palettes or whatever they are at Walmart right now. I saw them before at a different Walmart, and they're kind of cute, but I've been kind of off Profusion lately. Emeralds palette, and I like the Smoky. I think it's called Smoky palette. Those 2 are really good. I always have, when I clean my face for this, I always have like eye boogers from whatever gets stuck in the eye. I really hope she doesn't stink too bad when she uses her box right underneath me, because then I'm going to have to sit here and smell it. You know how that works sometimes. Sometimes she does that and you're just like, oh. But we got candles going, so it might be okay. How's everybody doing? What's up with everybody? I had a sleep study last night, which means I didn't sleep at all because I had things up my nose, and I'll have to post the picture. I'll put it on the story. The thing. So I'm like, you're supposed to clip it on here, and it's like this little thing that's supposed to go right here, and then you have like an elastic thing that goes around here, and then you have one that goes around your waist, and then it's connected, and then it goes up your nose, and then one on your wrist, right? And so it's just uncomfortable. Oh, and it's on your finger. Oh, Ethereal Essences just moved. Where'd you move to? Is it in the same area or new house, new apartment? Is it like out of the community? Isn't it? Did you move internationally or across state lines or what? I don't know. All right, Kitty, we're good. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, Edina. Okay. All right. So you're still in the Twin Cities. All right. Edina's not. I mean, it's not too far. Kind of in our area. I can say, hey, girl, hey. So yeah. But anyway, so I have this stupid sleep study because they want to find out why I'm tired all the time. I haven't been as tired lately, and I think I'm going to attribute it to these supplements that I'm taking. I take a lot of them, but my husband was like, you take all that stuff, but you don't take anything from the doctor. And I'm like, that's a good thing. Like, you don't want to take prescription drugs because you don't usually get off of prescription drugs. I mean, you can, but, and they create more problems than they solve almost across the board. So I'd much rather do like supplements and vitamins and au natural than I would be getting the doctors to give me harmful chemicals that have way more side effects than they resolve. Ryan Mustafa, hi Ryan, how are you doing? Is with us on YouTube. I just put it all together in one run-on sentence. Sorry to any teachers watching. Linda's with us. Hi Linda. Linda has stayed up so that she can be with us because she is the bomb diggity. She's over in the European side of things. Anyway, so we're going to do 2 looks with this Lethal Cosmetics. I also got this guy here, which is so cute. It's one of their liners. I think I'm going to try to use one as maybe a graphic something. I don't know. And then I might use one as just like a base. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, I woke up in a bad mood this morning because, and then my hubby, because I was like, okay, you can't wake me up in the middle of this. So then he comes home, doesn't tell me he's home, and sleeps on the couch because he doesn't want to wake me up. Super sweet, but still, like, send me a message and be like, I'm here, I'm sleeping on the couch, so that if I wake up, which I did like every half hour, then I can look at it and say, oh, thanks, he's on the couch. But no, that's not how it worked out. So he was being sweet, but still, I was just like, then I couldn't see, and then I came out to pee, so I didn't even see him on the couch. So, Kitty, what are you doing in there? Ayasalea. Ayasalea? Oh, sorry. Ayasale. Is that how I say it? I'm sorry. I took way too much time trying to figure that out. I should have quit while I was ahead and just asked you. But welcome. So, anyway, my name is Priscilla. I like to talk about things. I just came back from my lessons with one of my families. Some of my students, I go to their house and teach them. I do music. I also do a lot of other stuff, but I do music. And so I went to their house, and then I just came back from there. So it's kind of fun, though. My busy days are like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So being a freelance music teacher, you kind of do what you do. I think I have a cough drop in here that I hid from the cat and the dog. The cat tries to steal cough drops because she loves the wrappers, because she likes to play fetch with them. Oh, this one's like a little bit weird on it. She probably slobbered on it, but I'm going to put it in my mouth anyhow because I got a little bit of a scratchy throat. We'll just assume that I'm not going to have like cat or dog germs. Maybe I'm going to turn into a werewolf after this. I don't know. Or a werecat. In Haiti, they're lugogu. But it's not the same thing. She likes when I take the little wrappers and roll them up in a ball, and then she can chase them around. And that's like how I can get her to come. If I need her, like if I want to get her out, I just take a wrapper and I make it make sound, and she'll meow, 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 meow. She's like obsessed with them. She's really crazy, but she's cute. So Natasha Denona, I used this palette. Miss Charlie has it. I don't know if she's still with us. Miss Charlie said she was going to be able to be with us for a long time, but Um, yeah, so I used it. I did 3 looks. They're pretty cute, I think. This is the best color. It looks black or really dark blue, but it's really not. It's actually kind of a, it's that. So it doesn't come out. I mean, you really can't get it true to pan, I don't think. But it's a very pretty color. Um, it's a nice palette. It's not anything to like freak out about. I haven't been all that impressed with the high-end brands. I haven't. Not that they're not good, but you can get stuff half the price for just as good or even better. I did not put on eyeshadow for a while, struggling with placement with my very droop, sagging, severe hood. You know what, Linda? It's so interesting you said that. I'm glad you said that. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Glad to have you with us. So Linda just mentioned that she hasn't put on eyeshadow for a while. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Miss Charlie's still here. She says she only likes the dark teal in that palette, which I can totally understand because this one is like so reflective. Like if you've got any texture, it's like bam, here's tones for me. But for the majority of the world, they're going to be skin tones or close to it. So I'm so glad you said that because I got this guy. Right. So this is from Charlotte Tilbury. It looks old because, you know, I really don't like when they put shiny stuff because then you get fingerprints on it. As soon as you get fingerprints, it looks bad. Kitty, am I going to have to come and kick your butt? I don't know what she's getting into, but she's enjoying getting into something. I might have to go over there and kick her butt. By kick her butt, I mean just get her out of there and close the door. That's what I mean. I'm not a cat abuser. I don't do those things. My husband might because he still doesn't like her. So this is what it is. It's pretty. But I was going to do 2 looks and I'm like, I really can't do 2 looks with this. I mean, I could, but it would be so pathetic. I mean, this is like, it's my skin tone, right? So what I was thinking of doing, what I think I'm going to do next week, next Wednesday, using this and using some other things is I'm going to basically just have a whole conversation of how to do makeup on aging hooded eyes. I think that will maybe help some people. Yeah, it's a cute palette, you know. I mean, you know, yay for me. I've got bougie stuff now. Woohoo. Um, you know, it's a good palette, but I'm not that into neutrals. So, but I'm going to use it because I know it's new and I know it's popular. Um, yeah, this is like the Pillow Talk Luxury palette. I guess it's the new one. Do they have only one new one? I thought they had 2, and it was like they had the same names. I don't know. I'm confused. Charlotte is confusing me. Anyway, but I will be doing that next week. We're going to talk about how to do makeup on hooded aging eyes. How's that sound, Linda? You down for it? And actually, we'll make sure that you can be here. So if it's going to be super late and you know, go into something that doesn't work for you, we can do it on a different day or something like that. I want to make sure that you're around. Started using. Look how pretty it is. Oh my goodness. So this is the Festy Bestie. I don't understand why they have like 3 different names for all these. Okay, they don't. This one has 2. So it's Festy Bestie, and then on the back it says Young, Wild, and Free palette. But the other one's like nudie, something like that, and I don't know what it says on that, but I have it too. I just haven't used this. It's just missing a deeper tone. Like, yeah, exactly. This thing really needs one deeper tone. But I mean, I think it's really for a very like people that want super, super neutral, just adding a little something, something on the eye sort of thing. I don't know. I wish there was one a little bit darker, but I will be supplementing with some other things in order to do that. But I think that will Alexa and DR. I don't know exactly how that last part, but I'm assuming it's Alexa. Hi, welcome. You can't even see my moving eyelid. So these are my eyes. You can see that they're completely, I mean, there's nothing, right? So when I'm like this, there's just nothing to see, but you need to understand. I mean, you don't have to understand anything. You can do whatever you want, you know, I don't care. But I encourage you to understand that there's a lot of eye types that are like that. So don't compare your eyes necessarily to somebody else. For example, traditional Asian eyes, I mean, what we think of as Asian eyes, which is not accurate because, you know, well, maybe most Asians do, since I think the most highly populated countries. No, because India, they don't have the the hidden mobile lid. But yeah, that's actually really common in a lot of Asian countries. We'll just say it that way, like China, Japan, Korea, that sort of thing, right? And so that's okay. But we're just going to use this part above, and we'll put stuff here because you want to make sure that when you blink, something shows up. But we're not going to get carried away with it. So we'll go there, Linda, and I hope that it can help. And if it doesn't help, please have that conversation because you're not the only person. So let's talk because I've been playing around with it too because my eyes are definitely getting older and they're heavily hooded and I've had a lot of problems. So sometimes just use bronzer until you make it, or you just got to fake it because I mean, unless you have money for plastic surgery, your eyes aren't going to get any less hooded or any less aging. That's just the way it is. So let's just have fun with it. Monolid. Yeah, monolid maybe. That doesn't sound right because they actually do have a mobile lid. It's just a lot of times very, very small and will fold underneath more. I have a little bit more of my actual lid, but you see, it's like maybe 5 millimeters from the lash line to the crease, to the natural crease. And then that's all hidden. When I look up at you, it's all there. In the inner corner. Inner corners are great. Outer corners are great. Lower lash lines can be great. Water lines can be great if you want to go that way. There's a lot of things that we can do. So we're going to do it next week, next Wednesday. Let me know, Linda, if this time works or if it's like completely messing you up. But anyway, Festy Bestie. If you like a bright palette, this is so pretty. And the Nudie Cutie is such a pretty nude palette. That's like kind of a rosy tone. That they have another one. I forgot what the other one's called. I have it around here somewhere. That's more like a neutral, but this one's very. The Nudie Cutie is very like pink tone and like very appropriate for spring and stuff. But I love these colors. It's so cute. All right, so I have cleaned off my face, taken off this look that I did today, and we're gonna do another look. Do you guys want to see what I've gotten, or should we leave that? You know what? I'm gonna show you some stuff because I'm gonna use some of this stuff tonight because I like to do as close to a full face as possible. I just went to CVS. So the secret for CVS, if you're not here and you don't know what CVS, I'm here meaning the US, and you don't know what CVS is, I'll tell you. CVS is our drugstore, is a drugstore. And there's one like less than a mile from my house. So they tend to really, push up the price of everything, but then they have some pretty good sales. So if you get it, don't buy anything regular price there because everything is going to be like 20-30% more than in what it would be at Walmart. At least 15-20%. But once you get 30% and more, then you're doing okay. So I got something that was like 30% off any of the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Healthy Skin brand. So I kind of hemmed and hawed and decided to grab this guy. So this is light to neutral 30. It looks like it might be slightly dark and maybe slightly yellow for me, but we're going to find out. They didn't have a ton of options. I don't care about that. I know some people get all up on their righteous high horse, like, oh my goodness, they just don't have what's the word? Shade selection. And I'm like, it doesn't really matter, guys, because when you put all your other stuff on top of it, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. People are like, it has to be exactly matched to their neck. Well, very few faces are the same color as the neck anyhow. If you blend it out well, it's not. Come on, people. Come on. Anyway, so this is with sunscreen, broad spectrum SPF 20. That's not very high, but I don't really care either. Anyhow, I don't use sunscreen between you and me. The 3 daily essentials: retinol treatment, sun protection, and sheer tint. Are those the 3 daily essentials, or is there something else? Vitamin infused retinol treatment to smooth fine lines. Okay, I have not used very much from Neutrogena, so I was like, hey, it's about time. I haven't gotten any face products in a while, so you get lots of coupons from CVS, which makes it worth it. Exactly. And I made the mistake today of asking them to not give me a coupon, and then I was like, dummy, that's literally how I saved stuff. So your coupons and also your points. So make sure you save your points, and then you can stack them. which I found out tonight because on top of the one coupon, I was able to use another 15% off coupon off of one item, and that helped. Okay, Kitty, you know what? I'm going to throw this, but you're going to knock things down when you go chase it. So let me do it this way. There you go. Now go get it. Right now she's a happy cat. She'll go bat that around the floor for a while, and then she'll bring it back and try to get me to throw it again. Well, it does kind of matter when you can't find anything that comes close to your skin. Well, yeah, exactly. So that's different. So my issue is when people are like, oh, there needs to be like 3 shades for each color and that sort of thing. I'm talking about, that's now here's the problem. So I was looking at it because I was, the CVS where we are in a pretty diverse community. But the majority of people who go to CVS, it seems, well, I don't know. Markets generally take care of themselves. That's a fact. Markets generally take care of themselves. And enforcing certain things makes a problem. So the people themselves are the ones that need to make the change, not necessarily legislation or things like that when it comes to markets. My opinion. But this is the reason that, for example, companies like Juvia's Place, everybody went, oh my goodness, because suddenly they're now creating makeup for deeper skin tones. And that's exactly what everybody was begging for. And I think that there was just some negligence. There was like, okay, we're going to have like 15 shades. And that's literally all it was too. Or even not that, maybe 7 shades and then 1 dark shade. Like all dark people are, if you're not this shade, then everybody is this shade, right? For example, that's lip gloss, by the way, or lip color. So that was the problem then. But a lot of that, again, that changes from markets and information as people start to say, hey, you know what? People with brown skin have money and they want to buy makeup that matches their skin. So that's fine. But I'm talking about places that are like, you need to have like 60, 70 different shades. That's excessive. And I think it's just like other issue that I've got is they've got all the shades in like light, or light medium. And then again, they've got like 6 or 7 in dark. And then you're like, you're doing the exact same thing like as before. So that's what's frustrating to me. So it's like they don't even know what they're doing. But honestly, companies need to do what they're good at. And I think they need to stretch themselves and get better. But that's why certain companies like I think Neutrogena probably isn't getting as much support because people are just not buying it. Because they're, the increasing number of people in this country that aren't pasty or, light, medium, pale, light, whatever, it isn't greatly increasing. So, and I say in this country, around the world in general, in the developed world, right? But still, Linda says, I have a blue, orange, peach, green, and then I can always fix my shade, but hardly wear foundation. Yeah, you can, but again, you can because, and that's what I'm saying. That is what I was saying is with something like this, you can adjust the tone, the shade, right? How you can adjust it. I want to give powder and mineral foundation, but being pasty pale as me, I was also very hard to find a shade, and that was only a few years ago. Yeah, I think a lot of that has changed too. But sometimes it's gone the other extreme where now you're like, which one of these 100,000 shades do I need? I don't need that. You don't need, I'm sorry, companies, you don't need 5 light neutral options and 5 light cool options and 5 light warm options and then 5 light medium cool options. And then again, you get to the dark shades and they're like, oh, you get 6 shades. That's what you get. It's just funny. Jay Hayes Fashion. Hi, Jay Hayes Fashion. How's it going? We're talking about things that people don't agree with because that's what we do. And we still love each other. And I'm all about disagreeing because disagreeing makes us stronger. Did you know that? That's the reason back what we think argument is a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Anyway, so I'm going to try this stuff out tonight. We'll see how it works. I also then had a 50% off any Revlon. And so I decided to pick these 2 up because why not? So they're still wrapped up. We'll see. This is the Color Stay Satin Ink. I have this another color that I got from one of the Walmart boxes, and I do quite like it. And then this is the Matte Light Crayon. I like crayons. I think they're really easy to work with. So I'll probably pull those out. Now, this little guy here, there's nothing in it because I took it out. It's all in front. It's in the other undertone. It's the undertone. Just go like again. There's not 5 different. It's not. There's not a need to have 5 different light and 5 different light medium and 5 different medium. Whatever. Medium rare. I almost said medium rare. Wait, they were not talking about steaks. They were talking about skin. Come on. That's a whole different thing. That's a whole like Hannibal thing. Okay, so my Ipsy. This is my Ipsy. The next one for next week is purple. We used to do that at school. We called after school debate. Yeah, you know what? They need to start debate again. I actually was thinking of starting the Thinkers, where basically people read a book that's like, what they think is like a book that challenges them intellectually. And then you kind of sit around and discuss and kind of talk about your book and what you're learning and that sort of thing. And then you throw it out and other people can get different things. And then when you're all done with your books, you like trade them off and give them to somebody else. And the other person has to read that book. And then you come back. And I think that would be kind of fun. I don't know. That was one of the things I was thinking about when I was supposed to be sleeping last night during my sleep study. So this is from Farah. What's the plan here? What's the plan here, Putty Tat? Do you have an objective here, or are you just winging it? So I'm just winging it. All right, so this is from Farah. Anybody know this company? I don't know that. Kind of a terracotta-y, sort of super neutral, very much matte. That's going to go into my giveaway because I'm not going to use it. I don't love duos. I don't love quads, but I will use some quads, but duos are just not going to get used. They're just not people. So that's going in a giveaway because I would rather have somebody else use it. Either it'll go in a giveaway or it will go back into these bags when we pack them up for a women's shelter. So Foxy Bay, I don't know, and this is Insta Bay 3-minute hair mask, 12-in-1 blend. Sulfate and paraben free. So this is a hair mask. I'll use this because I like putting stuff in my hair that's good for it. And I hope this is good for it. Yeah, it looks like it's just a rinse. You do it after shampoo and whatnot. So my hair could have been washed today, but I didn't. To know the brand. Yeah, I don't think most people know that brand, but maybe Foxy Bay. I haven't heard of them either. So that's a new one. I will keep that one. And then we've got Deer Beach Glassy Lip Oil and Gloss, 5 milliliter. That's this little guy here. I don't know this brand either. It's just this little guy. Oh, she's doing stuff again. She tried to jump up on the window. That's kind of nice. What does it smell like? I don't know. It doesn't have a taste though, but it just has a smell. It's got a nice gloss. Yeah. It's okay. I like lip glosses, and I have them all over the place. But yeah, Kitty, she comes running out because she thinks I have something for her. Rainbow, get the kitty. Get the kitty. She's your responsibility. She's your kid. Okay. So Bobby Brown. Do you remember when Bobby Brown was like everything? Oh my goodness, Bobby Brown! Ooh! And now everybody's like, who? Bobby Brown? You mean the guy that beat up Whitney Houston? No. So Bobby Brown is apparently a person who makes makeup, and it was really exciting. And this is Smoky Eye Mascara. I have not tried this one, so I will use this one and throw it in the mix, see if it's any good. As you may have noticed from a lot of my videos and posts about mascara, there's suspiciously little difference between high end and low end, just from my experience. You can disagree with me. That's okay. We're allowed to do that. This is the Black Magic liquid eyeliner. I don't like opening all these because then they get dried, but whatever. We're going to do it anyhow. Because I'm going to do this for you. Because I am here for you. Actually, I may or may not because I have this liner too. So we'll see if I need to do them both. But I might need to do them both tonight. So I'll try to use some of those along with that Neutrogena. I'm going to pop this little guy in my stash that I'm saving here for our women's shelters. And I have other stuff to show you. It depends on how much time we've got. This is going to sit here for next week. I got to put it in a configuration that is harder for the kitty cat to knock off. And let's start with the makeup. Now I'm going to have you, okay, I'm sorry, I gotta scratch my cleavage, guys. It's just a thing, okay? You ever hear about 50/50 makeup? It's a Dutch brand and they donate half of what you spend to charity. Yep, you know what? I'm going to be that person. Don't you hate these people? They're just like, well, actually, the money that you give to charity doesn't go to charity. But actually, the money that you give to charity doesn't go to charity. Companies that have to donate half of the money they bring into charity are probably not donating half of the money that they bring into charity. My guess is they have an office designated to donate half the money that they bring into charity, and that office is run by the money that they're bringing in to donate to charity. But because it's a 501(c) or whatever the equivalent is in Europe or in the Netherlands, they don't have to pay taxes on it. So it's basically just a tax shelter. It's their way of bringing in more money, but not having to actually claim it because they can get a tax write-off for it. I don't know how that works in the Netherlands as compared to what it does here, but that's the reality. Most stuff that you donate to charity doesn't go to charity. And also, I am about relational charity, not about institutional charity. So for me, when this stuff goes to the women's shelter, I will bring it to the women's shelter. I will know the name of the person that I'm giving it to. I will stay in touch with the person that I'm giving it to, and I will help them and continue to help them through this journey. Because that is what actual charity, which means love, is. Charity is not having people line up and give them stuff. So when people do stuff like that, I'm just like, that's fine if they're going to donate stuff. But most of it doesn't get there. 90% does not get to the charity that they say. They will say 100% goes towards this charity. Well, yeah, but towards includes their marketing. Towards includes like any of the advertisements that they say 90% goes to charity, whatever, or 50% or whatever it is. That is taken, that marketing is actually paid for by the charity funds. So it's like, no. And then it just, they get more business because people are like, oh my goodness, we're supporting this charity. Well, you're not really. Sorry to like throw a wrench into that thought, but I don't think it's true. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, and since I have two eyes, I'm going to split it down the middle, and I'm going to do this eye and this eye. I'm going to do a bright, like, summery sort of thing over here. Ish. There's grays and stuff like that, but what am I going to make it work? And then I'm going to do maybe a smoky eye over here. However, smoky eye with a little bit of something. I don't know. With a kick. I don't know if I'm going to use this on the right eye, but I will probably use this on the left eye because I can. Beauty Reviews is with us. Hi, Beauty Reviews. You can choose your own charity. Yeah, again, that's that whole interactive thing. If you are in marketing at all, that's a huge thing. People want to personalize everything. So having people choose their own charity, that's a marketing thing. It's all marketing. It's all about money. They're not doing it because they love people. They're doing it to make more money. Somebody got mad at me at church Sunday because I was talking about missions and how corrupt it is and how messed up and how it has not only failed to help places like Haiti, but has actually made it worse. And she's like, well, I think the people go with the right intention. I said, no, I don't think they do. They think they go with the right intention. But the problem is that they go in with unresolved bigotry and this idea that these poor people, in this case, poor brown people, but in many cases, it's just poor people in general when it's a classist thing, which, most countries have that. But these poor people need me in order to survive. And then you kind of stand at a distance, you throw a few pennies at them, or, proverbial pennies. That will never help somebody. And here's my issue with giving your money. So for example, if, as far as I know, they don't, but if Lethal, and I don't care if they do, if there's something that I want to buy and they say we donate money, I don't care either way. I don't care if you do donate or you don't donate. I know where the money actually goes, and I'm not going to be willing to pay 10% extra or 50% extra or whatever it is, because I think that's money's going to charity, because I know better. However, I don't really care one way or another. If you donate your money, if you don't donate your money, it's all good to me. Anyway, I'm the squeaky wheel. I'm the one that everybody gets mad at. Especially, I was not very popular among the missionaries and the nonprofit organizations in Haiti, but some of them listened to me, and some of them were like, you know what, you're absolutely right. And there were some people down there, I will say, it's not everyone. There were some organizations that I think were really aware of the problem, and they were trying to. There were new people coming in. They had seen the problem, and they went, "Wait a minute, we've got to like completely recalibrate and figure it out." A lot of them are gone now, because if they don't leave, they're going to get kidnapped, or someone close to them will. Anyway, so yeah, we had a conversation about that, and this person at church wasn't super happy, but that's okay. So I've got 3 mats over here. I've got this one, and this one. They do show a little bit brighter on your screen than here, which is kind of nice because you can get a little bit more detail of what I'm doing. Yeah, they're corrupt as F. That's true. Thanks for the info. And you know what? The thing is here, I don't want people to stop doing things for people. This is the reason it is so important that we do charity, that we practice charity, because I'm not about not giving things. I live my life for people. Like, I'm constantly, whatever it is, you need a ride for something, you need help filling out an application, you need training in something, you need to know XYZ, you need advice on something, you need, childcare, whatever it is. I have no problem offering these things, but through relationship and then through accountability. And it's not like, okay, here's $10 to go get something. Now I'm going to drive on and never see you again. No, I want to know this person. I'm going to take you to lunch. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk together. We're going to pray together. We're going to get to know each other, develop a relationship that's a lasting relationship. And you're going to know my phone number so that if and when you need something, you can call me. But also, I'm going to say, what did you do with that last $10 I gave you? Not to be a snot, not to be rude or anything, but just to be like, okay, I mean, no, $10 isn't a lot, but you know what I mean? Like, did you hear back from that job that we went and applied for, and I helped you fill out the application? Because if you're not even responding to that, then we need to have a conversation. Because, there's accountability as well as charity. And a lot of the problems with people that depend on charity is the fact that they don't have accountability. And so they just continue to live off of charity, and they don't know how to be responsible. And that's not really their fault. They're not taught it. And so that's what you need to do, is instead teach them how to be responsible with the things that they're given. So my opinion, feel free to disagree. For some reason, we always get on politics here. I'm going to blame Linda. It's all her fault. Just kidding, Linda. So I'm actually going to go in, and I'm not going to use a tacky base for this because I just take it off anyhow. If I didn't do this, if I didn't do a tacky base, it might be a little bit better. But on this eye, I'm going to actually do a smoky eye, but I'm going to do a 2-tone smoky eye because I've got 3 shimmers. And I want to use my shimmers as my basis for it. So Linda, pay attention here, because this is all, I just started doing smoky eyes. It's one of my favorite things, but I've only done 2 of them. So, I don't know how favorite that is. What I'm doing is I'm basically looking up, and I'm trying to find right above where my the hood like closes everything. Kitty, you're not helping my life. She's looking at me like, no, what, Mom? What's going on, Mom? All right, so I'm going to basically kind of just make a circle, but I'm starting with the blue out here, and I'm also going to elongate it a little bit over here, just because I don't want to I don't want to make it super round. I want to actually have a little lift. So I'm going to take it underneath the eye and pull it up, but I'm not taking it all the way under the eye. Now I'm actually using a shimmer here. Why? Because I can. You don't have to. I like to use shimmers for smoky eyes. I think they're exceptionally pretty. Like I said, if I had, in fact, I'm going to just wet this brush real quick. If I had, Rango's like, don't spray me, Mom. Just jumps back. If I had put down a tacky base, it would have adhered a little bit better, because this is a dry formula on the dry side, as opposed to the Beauty Bay, which is absolutely not a dry formula for the shimmer. But, and I also wanted to kind of see how it went on like this. But it is very pretty. So that is just a wet brush. And I'm getting fallout, but you know, that's to be expected because I'm just basically piling this on here. Yeah, I'm basically, well, I'm creating a false crease, but more than that, I'm actually going to go up on here because everything, so once I create depth here, everything I have not created depth in is going to protrude. So that means all of this fatty area up here is protrude. So I'm actually going to bring some of the mats up into the top part as well. You said people about addiction. I didn't see that. Let me go down here. Do you ever see YouTube videos from AML films? AML films? It's a guy who was an addict but goes out to Kensington to hand out food, shoes, clothes, etc. Talk to people who are struggling with addiction to educate. Yeah, and that's the same sort of, I mean, that can be one thing or the other, depending, I don't know. When people, I don't know the guy. I'm not going to talk smack about the guy, but I am going to talk smack about the guy because, you know, he's the one putting himself on YouTube or whatever. If you got to put your charity on YouTube, how sincere is it? I mean, I understand that people want funding and that sort of thing, but come on, I don't know. I'm going to go kind of the whole middle part and in a little bit with this reddish tone. So I used the blue here. Now I'm using this red here. So it's not truly, this is not truly a smoky eye because we're kind of blending things together, but that's okay. Oh, also I'm using this ABH brush from one of their palettes. Oh, this is so pretty. Now I'm finding that this purple red one is more of a duochrome, and it doesn't have the dark base. So I'm actually going to take a smaller, dense little brush. If I can find one. It would help if I wasn't blind, but you know, that's not going to change. Okay, I'm going to use this one from e.l.f. I'm going to go back into that blue, that first blue, and I'm going to kind of just bring this all the way in. So it kind of creates a base for these other colors. But I'm going to have to, these are dry and flaky enough that they're kind of going everywhere. So I'm going to spray that one too. I know I'm not using this the way that people would say you're supposed to. So keep that in mind. I will on the other eye. I'll be normal over there. But man, this blue is so pretty. I'm going to just kind of coat this all on here. I hope now you'll be able to see the red. Because I'm hoping I can put the red right over the top. And well, is it going to work? Maybe I'll have to use my finger. Maybe it won't work. Maybe we're going to just have, oh, yeah, my finger worked. So put the red over the top of that blue. So now I have that. The smoky eye here, it's just blue. This one is red. I'm going to actually take a little bit of the blue on the outside just to build it up so that the intensity kind of matches the red. I'm not worried about if it's super blended or whatnot because I'll work on that later. Now, I'm not going to add blue underneath the eye because I want to give my eye lift. And it's totally up to you if you want to leave it like this. If you don't put anything underneath, it's going to bring your eye up a little bit more. If you put something underneath, it's going to close it off a little bit more, but it's going to look more sultry. So it's totally up to you. I'm going to go into the purple one, which is right here. And I'm going to spray my brush again because actually I'm going to use a smaller brush because of this little space that it's going into. I'm just take one of these old cheap from She Glam or Shein. Yeah, I guess it's She Glam is their makeup one. I'm going to put this right in the inner corner, but right over the top of that blue so that there's some dimension on the blue. Oh, that's pretty. In fact, these colors together are really pretty. I think you can see. Actually, I should have zoomed you in. And by zoom you in, I mean grab this stack of books and pull it towards me because that's how you zoom in. So can you kind of see what's happening there? I'm going to put a little bit right in their corner just as that pop because, again, with hooded eyes, So this is what it's going to look like when my eyes are completely relaxed. It's basically going to look like a wing and an inner corner highlight. But then when I blink, the rest is going to show. Now I still have to use my mattes. I know I'm going about this backwards, but you know what? That's okay, because it's my show, darn it. The Nabla brushes. Yeah, I've heard they're really good. I've heard they're good. Life of Betty. Hi, Life of Betty. How are you? I am so sorry I didn't greet you earlier. I didn't see you because I'm blind. Ah, I get it. Oh, yeah, we already read that one. I'm being redundant. Okay, so I'm going to use this little MSQ brush. These are from Amazon. And we're going to basically take these 3 mats and we're going to build it. Now, I could have actually taken this plum color, which is the deepest, and I could have made that as the base for everything, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm basically going to go into this and I'm going to like push it along the side right where I've already put this color. And I'm going to let this kind of create this blending with all those colors. And then this is going to be the base of the mats. You can do this the opposite way too. I'm getting a little carried away on the bottom. You don't have to do that. Again, I like to sometimes not have anything on the bottom because it opens the eye up more and brings it up. And then I'm going to tap into the next one. These are really powdery, by the way. And I'm going to kind of just use it in the middle part here. But again, what we're trying to do is avoid having this protrude, because you see like this, it looks like this is just hanging over my eye. Like this side, it doesn't look like that as much. But because I've got the depth, this looks like it's just literally hanging over the top. So I'm going to try to make that not happen. So I'm just taking this kind of flimsy, fluffy brush with that medium of the 3 colors. And I'm going right above where that darkest one was. And again, I don't usually plan these things out. I just let the spirit lead. The makeup spirits. The Nabla. Oh, you already talked about Nabla brushes. Yeah, I've looked at them. They're. I pay like $1 a brush. That's kind of my thing. Sometimes 2, but I haven't, because I have so many brushes. I haven't really thought about paying more than that. So maybe I should, but I haven't. Okay, so now I'm getting into that more pink purpley color, and now you can see now that suddenly that it's not hanging over anymore, right? Yeah, purples get muddy. Well, and this is one of the reasons I like to blend backwards. I like to put the dark in first and then go in with the lighter. Because sometimes when you put the lighter in, also I see people like literally just layering over, layering up. Of course they're going to get muddy. You don't need that to do that. I just cleaned the brush off a little bit and now I'm going to just hit these edges, because what I want it to do is really kind of bring out the brow. So I'm basically trying to make it fit so it follows the arch or the arc, as the case may be, of the brow, because that will, instead of making the whole hood protrude, now I've got all this color up here. And you can do this with a lot lighter colors. That's a thing. You can use like the Charlotte Tilbury and do the exact same thing. Just take the darker color and put it all in here, and then just use your shimmer right on the lid. Those shimmers are just so pretty. You can kind of get it, but you don't really get what I'm seeing. But I do like that this camera on this phone is more brilliant, because it does help when you're trying to show what you see in real life. For that, it's definitely a positive. Now, all of the stuff under here, I'm going to go ahead and connect it. Just we already went there, but we don't have to. Now, at this point, if I wanted to open this up, because it's going to close my eye, right? You see this one's a bit more closed than this one. But it's also lifted because of this shape. So we can continue that, which we will a little bit. But I can open up my eye more. Anna's is with us. Hi, Anna's Makeup Corner. How are you? We are working with the Lethal Cosmetics Wildflower Palette, and it's a beaut. So I'm going to go in and just kind of do a little bit more blend here. I'm going to use that original brush. Make sure it's cleaned off. I don't know if I used this side at all. I don't think I did. I mostly use this one to pack on. How's it going, Anna? I assume it's Anna and not Anna's. Do you have this palette? Do you have anything from Lethal? This is my first Lethal anything, and I do quite like it. So we're talking a lot about hooded eyes and whatnot too, because that's what I've got, and also aging eyes because that's also what I've got. But yeah, you can go in with something like, for example, like this. This is not white or nude, but it's so this is the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in the color Amethyst Hour. And I'll show, if I put a little bit of this in the inner corner, sorry, that's not the inner corner, Priscilla, in the waterline, it's going to kind of pull the look together. It's lighter than my smoke color. And I've done this look with mostly just one color too. It just helps to open up a little bit. So you don't have to use white or nude in the waterline. You just need to use a lighter color than you have on the outside. And that will open up a little bit there so that it's doesn't feel like it's closing off as much. Yeah. So far I like this. What I am going to do is E with a crown on it. Does the E stand for ebony? I don't know. Black magic, so it might be ebony. I don't know. Made in the PRC. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of that. PETA approved, but from the PRC, so it's, we take care of the animals, but we don't take care of the people. Whatever. I'm gonna actually put a wing on this because I want to try that. That was smooth. That was nicely smooth. Now, with hooded eyes, you can do it different ways. With me, you see my crease, like where it closes, is right here. So I could come right about like midway and come straight in, and that would give me the lift. However, I don't need to do that. I'm going to show you what that looks like. So if I basically just come midway across, then you're going to get the wing. So you don't have to go all the way from the end in. You can just go wherever your eye lets you go in, where there's not a crease, so it doesn't like distort that line. Try to clean it up a little bit. Not too bad. It's not perfect, but I don't care. I'll do this because I don't have really the space, but I do want the lashes to look that much more. I mean, do what you got. If you've got lashes, emphasize those. If you've got, whatever you got, emphasize it. Lethal After Dark palette. Yeah, I don't have any other Lethal. Whoops, excuse me. I like this liner. It's nice and doesn't skip, even on my crepey eyes. And it's nice and black. So yeah, that's not bad at all. I like that quite a bit. Okay, cool. I just realized I didn't wet my sponge, so I might have to get up and do that before I use this this one here. But we're gonna skip to the other eye for right now. I will use that mascara that I got in, and I'll use one or possibly test both of the lippies. We're going to use the other side. But before we use the other side, I'm going to take this and I'm going to actually put this down as my base. Will this work? That is the question. It is quite creamy, so I'm just going to actually try to put this on with my finger and tap it on. And what I'm going to attempt to do, I don't know. That's what I'm going to attempt. I don't know. So I'm going to try to kind of fade this out a little bit like what I've got on the other side. So this is another trick for hooded eyes, aging eyes, etc. Get something that's gel based like this. Put this all over. This is actually, as Charlie was telling me, that she uses like bases, like shadow bases, pots, that sort of thing, under mats. But this works too. which is kind of the same thing. It's just that it's colored. So that becomes the base. Now I don't have a base up here, but I don't really care. We're gonna go with it. You only have that lethal palette. I think you can use the gel liners in the waterline. Yeah, these are supposed to be good. I use everything in the waterline. You can whatever you want. You might die from it or be permanently blinded, but in the meantime, you're gonna look cute, maybe. No, I mean, be careful. Don't put toxic stuff in. And, you know, if your eyes get irritated, don't do it. So we're going to use this other side. It looks like we've got some really colorful stuff here. So we're going to see. I think I'm going to kind of focus on, because I want to use all these. Well, that's easy because the one on the top, you got the little bone colored, you know, blending shade here. So that's an easy one to use. So I've got these two mattes, which have this gray, which is really pretty, and this purple here. So that shouldn't be too difficult. And then the purple, the blue, and the gold, just put them across the lid, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm gonna see how this works as a base for mattes. I don't know. I don't. This is a whole lot of I don't know. So I'm gonna start with the dark gray. I'm gonna kind of do a similar with this. I'm going to take it right here in the outer corner. This is kind of a preview of what I'm going to talk about next week. And I'm just going to like wiggle it because you want to make sure it gets in all the lines and nooks and crannies, right? So I don't even pick it up. I just put it there and wiggle it. I'm going to dab a little bit more without knocking it off my computer, hopefully. And wiggle it again. And then once I've done that, I'm going to start kind of bringing it in. And again, I want to make sure it's above where the fatty part is, because otherwise it's going to pronounce that fatty part. A lot of, again, this is a preview of next week. A lot of older people that don't have hooded eyes, they have like the protruding or like they sunken eyes, and then there's like this protruding bone right here. And I've seen a lot of people with that bone, like deep set eyes, like not go up on it, and then they end up with like just this weird looking alien. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's your eyes. Do what you want. I don't really care. But I wouldn't want that up there. Just saying. So I'm just going to kind of go into this, and you see that like makes a huge difference. Also, notice I didn't go below on this eye, and it gives a lot more lift. Just that. P. Louise has a lot of color. Yeah, I've got a couple of theirs, and I haven't used that much. I haven't used them that much. That's what I meant to say. But this really blends beautifully into that periwinkle. The tones, this gray into the periwinkle, those are beautiful together. And it's also going on is that periwinkle liner. I'm going to clean this off. Use the same one for that purple and outward trajectory. So I'm basically going from the inside and up and out on this particular side. I'm not going to do that with all, but I mean with all. I only have two eyes, so it's not like I can do it with any more since I've already got the other eye done, basically. But I'm just kind of not, in other words, I don't want to bring this all the way up to the brow. I did more on this because I wanted it more round, but this one I'm trying to do a very extended sort of thing going on there. Now, the main thing when you have hooded eyes is you got to make sure that it's not going to crease, because once it starts creasing, you're done. Like, as beautiful as your eye look was at the beginning, I did and I mentioned that, I think that's when Miss Charlie and I were talking. I did a really cute all matte look, and I mean, this could totally be an all matte look. I've got some weird stuff happening on the outer corner, but I'll fix that. That's what she mentioned, is that she uses the bases, and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I haven't done really any all matte looks like since that, but this totally could be an all matte look. And I think that liner would just be enough on the lid. And also you see it's lighter, so it's still going to give that little flash of lightness, but it's still matte. And matte does cover a multitude of sins when it comes to like crepiness and whatnot. So depending on how many, how textured your lids actually are, you may just want to keep it matte. So that was actually one of the reasons I was curious about this. Also, it's periwinkle, and I can't get enough to periwinkle in my life. So there's that. Now, shimmers. Where do I want to go with shimmers? I've heard the Wayne Goss brushes are amazing, but so expensive. I'll stick with my dollar store stuff. I mean, eventually I might decide I'm bougie and do all that stuff, but I know getting expensive brushes isn't necessarily bougie, but still. I mean, we'd like to get a house at some point. More important than brushes for me. Once I get a house and start making payments on it and, whatnot, then maybe I'll start thinking about Wayne brush. Anyway, you know what I mean. Wayne Goss brushes. I like watching him. I think it's fantastic, and he's kind of like, he's the Bob Ross. Maybe that's what it is, Goss and Ross. He's the Bob Ross of makeup. He's got such a soothing voice, and you're just like, oh man, you're just nice to listen to. I know some girls have a crush on him too. I don't. It's I don't understand. People say I'm lying. I don't. I do not find white guys attractive. I tried. And when I was like, going through all my bad relationships with non-white guys, that was choices related. I was like, I'm gonna try dating some white guys, and I just couldn't do it. Not only was I just not attracted to, like, I couldn't even kiss them. I was just like, I mean, it just no, I can't. I guess I have too many white brothers, and so I'm just like, I just put a little bit of these don't have names, but this one here, on the outside. But I'm gonna try. Yeah, I know he's gay, but a lot of girls have a crush on him. I mean, he does makeup. If he doesn't start out as gay, he's gonna get there, right? I think I'm gonna put like gold here in the middle, but because I've got this underneath, I can really let that come through if it will come through. I think this is a duo, maybe. Yeah, it's like pink and gold shift. That's pretty. So I'm hoping it will have some translucency. Ooh, that's pretty. It's definitely translucent, and it's gorgeous over the top of that periwinkle. Holy schmoly. Oh, yeah. The periwinkle base was a good idea. You can't even really tell from your side how much shift there is, but the shift here is freaking-tacular. So I like to put a little bit of shimmer on the lid because I think it just really helps to pull everything together. I don't know how this one lasts, but my secret is my tacky base from AOA Studio for most shimmers. Again, I don't worry about it at night when I'm doing these videos because I will probably use it more like next week when I'm actually showing you how to do makeup for hooded eyes and whatnot. I'm going to go into the teal color, which is also like a teal lavender shift, it looks like. And I'm going to put this in the inner corner because I can see yo puedo. Yo puedo hacer lo que yo quiero. All right, so we're putting kind of into the lid, but not so much. So, Linda, again, you're going to see, this is what I've got, right? When everything's open, and that's an important thing when you're doing your look, is you want to make sure you do this with your eyes. Because right now, I'm a little not liking this lump. We'll call it lump. Lumpy eyes. I got lumpy eyes. So I'm going to try to smooth that out. I'm going to use that bone-colored matte. Hey, how convenient, right? And I'm going to, girl, it's like I hear myself talking, not attracted to white men either. Never, only white men I've kissed on the cheek. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I've ever kissed a white guy. I don't think I've ever kissed a white guy. Like, I've dated a lot of guys in my life, dude. I do not believe I have most other ethnicities, but not white. Just just not a thing for me. So here I have a little bit more color there, but I'm going to bring just a little bit more of this purple up because I want to hide that kind of where it comes down. A lot of it is just the lighting because I've got this harsh ring light right there. Let me turn that down a couple notches and maybe you can see a little bit better what I'm seeing. Yeah. So now you can see like it's all shaded up here, right? So you want to do this, kind of look straight ahead, and then you get an idea of where you're going. That's what people are going to see when you're just looking at them. I mean, not that you're looking at them like this, because that's kind of creepy, but that's going to be worst case scenario, right? So you can kind of clean this up and, or not. And then you got it. Now, if you want to put a little bit something on the lower lash line, you totally can do that. Up to you. If you have that little bit of color in the inner corner, that's just so pretty. I'm going to put a little bit on my pinky because then I can just dab that right in the inner corner. And that will make it ultimate. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like this palette. This palette's cute. Give me a second. I'm going to actually get a little bit of, oh, this is, well, it's still damp, but it's not enough. Actually, let me just use this spray. Will this spray work? Probably. Can you wet a sponge with settings? Imagine why not. We just did. This is my AOA Studio sponge, by the way. It needs to be washed. I actually switched to this one because I didn't want to do the other one. Do I use a highlighter? I do, but I use a highlighter very simply. I'll show you how I do it. Is there a highlighter color in here? No, there's not. Let me just grab this one out. This is the Aspen palette from BH that I recently picked up at TJ Maxx or Marshall's or one of those. I've got some stuff I got from there, guys. But I might make until Sunday to see. I'll just take this, and I'll oftentimes do this before I actually do my eye look so that it blends into the eye. And I just take this thing, which is this brush, which is an AOA Studio highlight brush, and I just basically go like this. And that's the highlight. So it's just, you can see I need to take care of my eyebrows. Yeah, so that's what I did. As I basically went from the inner corner all the way out here, because what that does is it takes the eye and it highlights all of this and makes the eye go this direction instead of focusing just there in the inner corner. I'm going to do the same thing over here. So I start here on the inner corner and then I go up. Actually, I'm going to tap into a kind of a purplish color because that will match. It's like a blue purple periwinkle color. And then right there. And then you can, of course, do, be like more specific if you want to, but I like to just kind of have it as a wash. So it is highlighted, but yeah, it just helps the eye kind of come up to that. They're better at it. They take their time. I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Or something like that. That's what I do. What do you do? Yeah, you can do like a more highlight. I don't know. I'm also not going to do my brows tonight. I will take, I used this morning, so still has some wax on it, and just get it a little bit damp. I'll just brush them up. Just to kind of keep them from being completely in their own world. Has anybody watched the show, The Thing About Pam? Is that what it's called? Oh my goodness, that woman's crazy. I would use a shader brush for that. I always use brow bone highlight. I'm sorry, I can't read. Yeah, I know a lot of people do. I'm lazy, so I don't do that. But if you're not lazy like me, if you're not lazy like me, then you can do it. All right, let's get into the Neutrogena. I feel like I used another one of these. It wasn't this, but was it Neutrogena? Let's get all that air out of there. Come on. Come on, little pump. Are you serious? Okay, there we go. Oh, that was generous. So I used 3 pumps. We'll see. I'm using I have quite a bit of fallout over here. Let me actually try to dust that off first. Let me use a cleanish brush to do that. I just realized how much fallout I have over on this side. I don't have anything on my face though, so just pretend to cover it up. I'm more interested in just kind of seeing how this works. I have a primer underneath this because I purposely want to see how it goes on without any help. All right, hair, get off my face. So I've used about half of that 3 pumps or so that I put on. I'm going to pump up the light just a little bit. I don't usually turn it up. I usually turn it down and I just turn it off. So I don't know where the up volume is. It's not volume, Priscilla, but you know, close enough. It's the same thing. So as far as blending, I usually just get down to here and then I just blend like my powders and my face products and stuff. That's another thing, like blending, like worrying about blending every single step. Not necessary. Not if you're a lazy person like I am. All right, so I will say this is pretty good coverage. Did not watch the show. I'm watching True Blood. Oh, True Blood. Yeah, I think I watched that. I watched that. I can't watch shows over. It annoys me if I know what's happening. It makes me kind of crazy. Like I'm like, oh my goodness, this is gonna happen. She's gonna, and then I just have to stop. So when my husband, you know, because he's not here, not from here, not here. He's not from here, and so a lot of the shows that I watched, like way back in the day, he's starting to watch. I'm like, yeah, you can't watch that when I'm here. It'll drive me nuts. Or he has to put like his headphones on or something like that, and then I have to go do my own thing. Like do that when I'm not. I think that's just the position of my light. I feel like if my light was a little bit higher. See, doesn't that look better? There, I think the light was just too low and it's casting shadows. So I need to put the light up here. And then it'll be in a better spot. I just aged like 10 years putting the light back down there. That's okay. That's okay. We don't mind. It's pretty. This is a very pretty. I wish that you guys saw better what I see. I think, and it's a like a satiny, not matte, but not dewy finish that I think will be nice. Not bad. Don't take what you see as like the final because yeah, we're going to try the Bobbi Brown. This is my first open on this. And so as you know, if you've watched, you don't get a good idea of a mascara by opening it once and using it. You have to use it for like a week or so before you really get to know what the mascara is like. And something like this, you know, that's like a week's supply. Okay, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but still. It does coat well. It's a not super dry and not super wet formula, but again, I just opened it up so it could get a lot drier because it's definitely not wet. So it could end up being too dry for me. A lot of times when they're dry, it's just like trying to get it to stick to the lash is just like, okay, come on. I love this eye right here. The reflect on there is really pretty. Looking at the emails that are coming in. I didn't put anything in the waterline here because I didn't want to. And that's one of the tricks too with aging eyes. Just don't put anything down below because it'll open it up a lot more. Or just do what you want. It was matte, but the mature skin, it tends to build up in all the wrinkles. I missed something. You know, what I hate from foundation is when the oxidize. I don't know if I spelled it right. Oh, yeah. I love the satin the most. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about a specific foundation that did that? Because I'm not sure. Or are you just saying in general satin and matte? Because I know matte does kind of... Too matte can be bad. I like this nice satin finish. I think that's nice. Woo! Do you see this look of agony on my face? I just knocked that palette off my computer. And it sounds like it landed nice and soft, but we're going to open it up and see. Puppy, neighbor puppy. Yep, it's fine. Okay, baby. Okay, baby. Be good. All right, so new mascara. I have so many mascaras. But yeah, I should probably try that one too. Since I'm just knowing all the mascaras. Here's the mascara. Looking up. I should have showed it without, but looking at mascara like without doesn't really make sense. I feel like I just got smudge over here. Did I? A little bit, tiniest bit. Yeah, talking about what you like. Yeah, it depends on. Kind of depends on the particular. And this one does build up good with 3. It's not like too clumpy or anything. But again, this is the first open on this tube, so I don't know after a time. It probably won't get more clumpy, but it might get more dry, depending on how it ages. But it's pretty nice. So Bobbi Brown, I like it. I'll be doing some comparisons so you can kind of see the length there. And turning to the side, you can kind of see what's going on with the length there. Let's see right there. Try to make it so it has a light background behind. Yeah. Did you ever try the Sky High mascara? Yep, I've got the Sky High right here. So this is actually the next one to be panned because I've had this for quite a while. It's okay. I know they have a new one that's supposed to be easier to wash. So that will be interesting to see if that one's the same formula or what. I might try it. But I wasn't that... Well, the thing is, when it first came out, it was better than it is now. I mean, when I first opened it up. Now it's just kind of like, it's okay. It's all right. Kind of like that. So this is Color Stay Matte Light Crayon. In that color. I wanted like some springy pinky colors because I don't have enough of those, I think. I feel like I got tired of pinks. And so this is called Take Flight 004. It's a cute pink color and potentially would also work as a liner. And then this one, wash these next to each other. This one just opens like that. Actually, I should probably cut this thing because it's going to annoy me, that thing hanging off right there, because it didn't perforate. This is Color Stay Satin Ink in the color. See, this is why I didn't show you all the other stuff I have, because we're going a long time. And Linda, you are amazing. Just saying. Did you take a nap today? I told her to take a nap so she could hang out. Is it any good? It's May, I guess. Yeah, it's funny because, you know, they got all this hype. This is the thing. If something has hype, chances are it doesn't deserve it. Just saying. I did just notice that at first glance, these eye looks look really similar. So even though I thought there would be more diversity in this palette, the fact that I used all of the colors on each side might be the reason. But you see, I mean, they're, and I didn't use any of the same colors. So I know I just went off on a tangent because I do that. Or I just changed subjects in the middle because that's what I did. Did you see the Maybelline Lip Views? They are liquid lipstick, but glossy and smudge proof. I did see those, and I don't know if I see them yet in the store. She said nope. Oh, you didn't take a nap. Well, shame on you, girl. All right, well, we'll be done pretty soon. And thank you for hanging out. We love you. So I'm going to put this on the back here. That's a pretty color. Definitely pink, but pink is my color, even though I like to pretend it's not. You know, everybody that has like that yellow toned lip, it looks so good on some people. I don't think I could pull it off. I really don't. I might try it, but not the same color at all, but both nice springy pinks. Let's use this as kind of a liner and see how that works. And this is the matte. Something smells scented, like, you know, vanilla-y, chocolatey, dessert type scent. This is kind of my lips. My lips, but better. Ish. I'm going to kind of fill them in because I can. And this is a lighter color than the other one, so I can put that right over the top. I'm curious how much this is going to dry down. Like how bad it will be. Because another thing, when you start getting old, you get lines in your lips. And I have plump lips, but I have lines. Because despite the fact that they're plump and there's nothing in them, no, I don't have anything artificial. I don't find that attractive. But then I wonder, like, am I going to change my mind? Eventually, will I be like, oh, maybe I'll get fillers? But actually, my mom, she's like 80, whatever. She still has pretty plump lips. They've flattened more, but they're like wide. And I feel like if she would wear lip, my mom has never worn makeup ever, as long as I've known her, which has been my whole life. I mean, you know, not everybody has known their mom their whole life. But yeah, so she, I like that color a lot. It's just pinker than my lips. And you know, the lighting makes everything a little bit more. So it's really, really natural for me. I'm off tomorrow so I can sleep longer. Yay! What side is my fave? I think this side is my fave. Just because I like the contrast. I don't know. This needs to be blended a little bit better too. But you know what? We did what we did. And also, I love this duochrome on the lid. On the side is so pretty. I'm not sure what that darker one did because the other is really, really, really gorgeous. Which you can't see as much from your side, but yeah, whatever. This is not drying down to anything matte. And it's more like satiny. It might dry down more. Anybody else have this? Amanda. Hi, Amanda Davidson. I don't know how long you've been there, but welcome. Everybody that's on YouTube. I'm sorry, guys. YouTube gets much less traffic, but I do get traffic there after the fact. So I get a lot of people that watch my videos afterwards. But during the time, I don't necessarily get a lot. I'm going to put this right over the top. And see what we shall see. This is definitely richer, darker. They're both nice, pinky. This one's a little bit more blue in it. This one is more just pure pink. I like this formula quite a bit. The other one that I have is more of an orangey sort of tone. And I didn't pick it. Love both very much. Yeah, these are really nice. You see the bright pink lippy ordered from Unearthly. I ordered there. Oh yeah, I remember you said that. That's cute. Let me see if I can find the other one. It is right here. So here's the other one I have in that same formula. Definitely orange. And this one I got from the Walmart box. So this is, yeah, they're the same. This is nice for fall and whatnot. But I do like the formula of this quite a bit. They're nice and smooth, and they look nice on the lips. And the pink is definitely my color. I wouldn't wear this pink with these eyes, though. That's a little bit much. I would wear the other pink with these eyes because that's not quite as in your face. That, ladies and gentlemen, I think wraps up what we're going to talk about tonight. In the next one, which will be Sunday, I'm going to go through a whole bunch of stuff that I have here and tell you what I think. As far as this Ipsy, and I might have the next Ipsy, the Ipsy, the big one, Plus. That's what it's called, right? I might have that by then too. This one, let me tell you what I think of the products that I used, which is not all of them. This is nice and hydrating, has a nice scent to it, and it looks good. And it's little. I do like these little ones because you can like put them in your bag and they don't take a lot of space, and that's handy. They also can get lost that way. So don't depend on it, or like make sure you lock it down. Jeffree Star Promo is also bright hot pink, but the formula is a bit dry. I have not tried anything from Jeffree Star. I have never liked him. He is fake, and I have said that from the get-go. I did watch him a little bit at the very beginning because he's moderately entertaining. But yeah, he's super fake. So when everything kind of was coming out and people were like, oh my goodness, I can't believe, I was like, yeah, dude, I knew that. Him and James, those two. whatever. We need some more Wayne Gosses in this world who are not drama queens and are just really good at what they do and have really nice voices. And apparently all the straight girls have crushes on them. And I'm sure all the not straight boys too. Maybe some straight boys too. I don't know. Straight boys have crushes on my husband because he's got big muscles. I would wear chocolate brown or royal purple lilac ombre lippy. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. I need to play with the ombres. I don't do really well with ombres because I don't take care of my lips. Like literally I put my lipstick on or my lip color on to take a picture. Sometimes I put it in my pocket and sometimes I reapply it, but not always. By the way, this is the one. This is the one I had on today, and these are really good. I got these like a year ago when I was in Massachusetts, more than a year ago. When I was in Massachusetts, when I first got back from Haiti, and these are the LA Colors Oh So Shiny Lip Color. These are really good, and this one's a nice kind of brown neutral, really really good, hydrating, look great. And then I have some bright ones that I've blotted, and they really left a nice stain. Yeah, I know his products are great. They better be great because he he goes he spends a lot of money on them and whatnot. Or Nikki Ravens. Or Nikki Ravens what? Um oh yeah, more Nikki. Oh, I was talking about guys. I was talking about guys. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Nikki Ravens awesome. But I was talking about guys like if you're going to have guys in the beauty industry, why do they all have to be like these ridiculous drama queens that are just so shallow and just oh my goodness. I'm not sexist. I just think that those particular people are morons. I only wear matte lippies or satin, never glossy. I do lots of gloss. I like gloss, but that's me. So this one I will go in my giveaway right now as we speak. There it is. This one I do like. I like the mascara. I think it's great. This in itself would have probably been worth it because that's about what you would pay for this size is the cost of the um, bag. This is a nice little black liner. Nice and pigmented, goes on smooth. I've got no complaints. That's going to go in my rotation. We will stick it right there. And then this little guy here is going to hang out here with all of my lip masks, of which I have way more than I need. And yeah. And then this little guy for the hair. I always like extra stuff for the hair. So like those. The two Revlon, I think these are pretty good. Revlon doesn't get a whole lot of press lately. They just kind of get left behind. I'm sorry, Revlon. I will remember you. And so I was glad that they have the little coupon at CVS. They do have this at Walmart too, and actually it might be the same price, because well, this was 50% off, so I think it probably wouldn't have been cheaper than that. But who knows? I think they were like $10 at CVS, so I have to see what the price is at Walmart because I feel like it's quite a bit cheaper at Walmart. I don't know. Mario is not too extra. I don't know Mario. I mean, I think I've seen him a couple times, but I don't. Yeah, I don't really have an opinion. But and this is really pretty on the skin. But that's not the fault of the makeup. That's the fault of my placement of the ring light. I need to just like redo all this stuff so that everything's in the right place. And nice and sharp. The liner did go on. Yeah, it really did go on smoothly, which was kind of surprised because I do have a lot of skin. People hold their eye like this. I can't do that because if I do that, it's going to end up a weird shape. I just don't. Anyway, I'm happy with everything. I do really like this as a base, and I'm going to use it as a liner as well at some point. But I didn't. I could let me put a little bit of a line in the corner, just a cuz. I'm going to use this guy. I don't know if this is going to work. I hate these ones when they come apart because then you're like, you don't have control of it. I have a dry piece of my nail. Annoying me. So I just chew it off because that, that will help it not be dry and crusty, right? That was sarcasm, by the way. My student tonight, he said something sarcastic, and I was like, oh, that wasn't sarcastic or anything, was it? He was like, yeah, it was. I was like, I was being sarcastic in my response to you. His mom was laughing at me. It was a couple little piano students. So, actually, let me just go like this. I do like doing like a graphic. I need to pull out my water activated liners and see if I can make those work in a way that is appropriate for my skin and my challenges. However, I do think this liner works pretty well. There's a little bit, it does show the texture, but that's pretty nice. That's cute. What do you think? Oh, is it good? You don't use contour, bronzer, blush, and highlighter, and setting powder or setting. I don't use setting spray. I use powder every day because I'm a greasy girl. I'm not using it now because I don't need to, because we're just doing we're just trying the products that I didn't have before. I do use blush and bronzer almost every day, and highlighter. I'm just not right now because I don't want to. But I do sometimes when I'm doing a full face, then I do. Clearly. But yeah, I'm just trying to focus on the things that I haven't tried before. So that's why I'm doing that. But that liner is cute. I like that. There's a weird little blip that got down there, but hey, whatever. Like it. It's a winner. I know I'm going to have to use it so that it doesn't dry out. I'm going to make sure it's tight on there. Hopefully not too tight. I'm going to put it with my water activated. The Inglot gel liners are a bomb. I need to use the Inglot, make some liners, but I do have some of this other stuff. Not Inglot. What's this one? I can't find it. It's over there somewhere. It's another one that works with some, but not of it. Anyway, it works with powders better. So Mohammed 21112 is with us. Hi, Mohammed. How's it going? So that's it, guys. I think I've said that like 3 times. Sunday, I'm going to show you the rest of the stuff that I got. It's fun. You're going to like it. And oh, look at those wrinkles. Look at those cute little age wrinkles. I used to not have any of that stuff going on. Like, everybody was like, how old are you? And then now it's like, there they are. But we'll talk about that on next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we're going to use this and some other things. And we're going to do makeup that is suitable for people who are of the mature variety and or who have hooded eyes. All right, Linda, get some sleep. I need to get some sleep too, but not right now. I got some reading to do and studying and other stuff. I might take pictures of the looks because I think they're cute, so why not? And that's all I got to say. So until we see the next one,